Hey guys, Elaine here. I'm at my brother's home and he is making me a vegan pizza. So he recommends this pizza crust and he's mixed it in his Pyrex bowl here, and he's about to put it in his iron skillet with parchment.
For the pizza,
I love that.
Pizza pie.
So use of no oil in this.
Right.
So for those of you who are saying you want more recipes with no oil, he is a no oil person. Yep. So if you like what you see here, give me a shout and I will be begging my brother for more recipes from him.
I am putting water instead of oil. A little water because it's so sticky. It gets really sticky, and so it would be impossible to spread this or virtually with your hand. So I just use a spatula, and I use just a little water at a time to help spread it. And I'm gonna cut the parchment paper edges later. You know, I usually get, and this makes about, for one crust, about a 12-inch. That packet is 2 crusts for 12-inch pizzas per piece. That's a 1 12-inch pizza pie crust. And you preheat the oven to 500 degrees on bake. And you bake it on the bottom rack. I like using this iron skillet. This is a 12-inch. Actually, this is a 10-inch skillet. But it makes a 12-inch crust, they say. So my crust will probably be a little thicker. And that bakes for about 15 to 18 minutes. So this is the pizza crust has baked. And at this point, this is a prepared pizza sauce that it's got quite a bit in it. I make my own sauces homemade. So it's got really all natural diced tomatoes. It's got bell pepper in it, both red and green. It's got mushrooms in it, and you know, that's a preference. So you can add or not add it if you want. I did put soy crumbles in it. So, you know, make sure if you put soy, I use tempeh, and just make sure that you're getting, there's different versions out there. You want to get the healthy version of the tempeh. And, you know, not with a lot of ingredients and things, fillers and things that you don't need or that might be bad for your health, defeating the whole purpose. But it has, I was trying to think what else it's got in it. I do put tomato paste in the sauce. I want it a little thicker, so I put tomato sauce along with the paste to keep it thick and tomatoey. But it's pretty much it. And then you're just spreading it, you know, on the pizza crust. And again, this it'll be a thin 12-inch pizza or a thicker 10-inch pizza. This is 10 inches, and so it's going to be a little thicker, which I like thick crust, but again, that's preference. And then what I do, I bake this approximately, again, 17 minutes at 500 degrees on bake on the bottom rack. You can, depending on the oven temperature of your oven, because they vary, you can bake it probably as little as 12 to 15 minutes. So my oven tends to take a little longer, so just keep that in mind. But that's it. So now what I'm gonna do is put it back in the oven for 3 or 4 minutes because the sauce is already done. And then that'll be it. You gotta be careful, it's very hot. You know, slide that paper right on out, and voila, that's your 10-inch pizza. Like I say, the crust is a little thicker at 10 inches or a thinner 12-inch, depending on the product. Now, so nutritional yeast obviously is a really healthy, cheesy substitute without really, personally, again, matter of preference, but when you make cashew cheese and then various cheeses, generally it involves oil, and then there you're dealing with the fat. And so nutritional yeast is a real simple alternative that's very healthy that you can just sprinkle right on it, you know, if you want a cheesy flavor, because this sauce does not have the cheese in it. And so, you know, just take nutritional yeast and just a little sprinkle, you know, or whatever your preference is, and there you have it. Mmm, delicious.